Hey everyone, welcome back. Today's Wedding Tip Wednesday is going to be all about having allergies. So if you have an allergy of some sort, it can be gluten, it can be a nut, it can be any kind of an allergy. A story I want to tell you about is a couple of years ago, I did a wedding where the bride was allergic to gluten. So they had a special cake made for when it came to cutting the cake. So everything worked out perfect with that. We did everything we needed to do. And then we turned around and went to the cut the cake. Something happened. It took a long time to bring the cake out. So we were kind of wondering what was happening. What was the delay? So we couldn't figure out what the delay was. So I finally went in the back and was like, hey, I said, we need to cut the cake because we have dances that we got to do. I was like, where's the cake? And the venue says that the cake labeling got mixed up. So when the labels got mixed up, they didn't know which cake for all of the guests and the cake for the wedding couple was gluten-free. And they couldn't, in all honesty, put the cake back, labels back on, not knowing what it was going to be. So they ended up being a little bit more distracted and trying to get it done when it came to that. So they had to figure out what they were going to do. So they didn't feel right just putting it on there because they didn't know. So they had to tell the wedding couple, listen, hey, sorry, we cannot in good conscience give you this cake to cut it because of it being, we don't know which one's gluten-free. So what happened was on the wedding day, for the bride and groom, they couldn't cut their cake or have a cake cutting because of an allergy, which was nothing you can do about that, but because the venue accidentally, which happens, papers fall off of whatever, they couldn't in good conscience tell you which cake was gluten-free or not. So they literally had to bypass even the cutting the cake. She didn't want to even, once she realized she couldn't cut it, or sorry, let me say it this way. Once she realized she couldn't eat it, she couldn't feed the bride and groom. Neither one of them could feed each other without knowing which one was gluten-free. So they decided to not even doing a cake cutting at all. So could you imagine that on your wedding day? So Wedding Tip Wednesday is make sure things are clearly marked in permanent marker on the outsides of their containers so that no labels fall off. Wedding Tip Wednesday, peace.